Hello everyone. In previous video, I have been discussing about SN2 mechanism of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, I hope you learned that section. Okay, today I will teach you about SN1 mechanism of nucleophilic substitution reactions of alkyl halide. Okay, I have a suggestion. Please watch previous two videos, part 5 and part 6, related to the topic nucleophilic substitution reaction of alkyl halide and SN2 mechanism of alkyl halide. Okay, for understanding today's topic SN1 mechanism, you need to know about two topics: nucleophilic substitution reaction of alkyl halide and SN2 mechanism. So please watch part 5 and 6 video again for better understanding of today's topic SN1 mechanism. Okay, so we can start SN1 mechanism now. Substitution nucleophilic unimolecular SN1 mechanism. Okay, mainly tertiary halides, tertiary alkyl halides, allylic and benzylic halides follow SN1 mechanism. Okay, and other halides prefer SN2 mechanism for nucleophilic substitution. Okay, then tertiary halide, allylic and benzylic halide prefer SN1 mechanism, SN1 method for nucleophilic substitution reaction. Let's see one SN1 mechanism reaction. 2 bromo, okay, 1, 2, 3, 2 bromo, 2 methyl propane, 2 bromo, 2 methyl propane is an example of tertiary alkyl halide. Why this alkyl halide is tertiary? Because this carbon is tertiary carbon. Halogen is attached to tertiary carbon. So alkyl halide is tertiary halide. Then nucleophilic substitution, OH minus nucleophile is very important. Okay, the complete chemical is KOH, K plus and OH minus. But OH minus is more important because OH minus replacing the nucleophile Br minus from the halide. Okay, then here carbon is positive, Br is negative. Then OH minus cannot attack from the front side because negative and negative will repel. Then in SN2 mechanism we know OH minus is normally attacking from the back side. But this case it's not possible because this 3CH3 group hinder or block the attack of OH minus from the back side. That effect is called a steric effect, already I mentioned. Okay, so SN2 mechanism is not possible here. Okay, due to this reason, this alkyl halide follow another mechanism called SN1 mechanism. Now I will tell you the mechanism of this reaction and how the product is forming, how the nucleophilic substitution reaction taking place here. Okay, the mechanism is SN1 mechanism. Let's see the mechanism. Okay, the reaction between tertiary alkyl halide, okay, then KOH, OH minus, then OH minus take the position of Br minus take the position of OH, and the product is CH3 tertiary alkyl, so tertiary alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol plus Br negative. Okay, then this reaction follow SN1 mechanism. Okay, then now let's see what is SN1 mechanism. Okay, this reaction mainly taking place in two steps. But in SN2, OH minus attack from the backside in single step product will form. Already I mentioned. Okay, but in SN1, two steps. Listen. In first step, the starting compound tertiary alkyl halide tertiary alkyl halide, see the tertiary alkyl halide will undergo dissociation. Okay, this bond will break and these 2 electrons will shifted to Br, then form CH3C, CH3, then after shifting this 2 electron to Br, this carbon become plus, carbon plus Br negative. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, here in first step OH minus is not adding to the alkyl halide. Okay, in first step like SN2, here OH minus is not adding. Okay, in SN1 mechanism or in the case of tertiary alkyl halide, in first step the molecule undergo cleavage and form carbocation and nucleophile Br negative. And this carbocation is stable because this carbocation is tertiary carbocation. Why it is called tertiary? 1, 2, 3 alkyl group. So carbocation is tertiary carbocation. Tertiary carbocation is highly stable. Already you learned from class 11th. Compared to primary, secondary, tertiary carbocation is stable. Why stable? Because CH3 groups are plus I group. Inductive effect is plus. So it can release electron to the carbon. Okay, so 3 CH3 group push their electron to the positive charge. So there is a dispersion of charge. Dispersion means there is a chance of neutralization of charge. Okay, so due to this 3 CH3 group, tertiary carbocation is stable. But if it is primary, if carbocation is primary, if primary means 1 CH3, primary, only one group is there to donate electron to the positive charge. Only one CH3 group is there to donate the electron to positive charge. So dispersion of charge will be less. Okay, so compared to primary, tertiary carbocation is stable. Compared to primary, secondary also stable. There are 2 CH3, but in primary, secondary and tertiary is more stable. Okay, and here the carbocation is what? Tertiary carbocation. Okay, so reaction is towards stability. So the process is possible, but the process takes place very slow, and this point is important. The dissociation of alkyl halide take place very slow. Okay, but form stable carbocation. Then in step 2, CH3 plus, this carbocation, now Br negative is removed. Okay, Br negative is removed. One byproduct is there. Sorry, one byproduct is formed here, Br negative, and this Br negative will combine with the K plus of KOH from KBr. Okay, so leave this product. And the main product in step 2. Okay, the carbocation formed in step 2 is stable, and this stable carbocation in step 2 will react with the OH minus from KOH. Okay, OH minus from KOH. Then negative and plus will add to form the final desired required product CH3CH3C CH3OH. OH, and the reaction is very fast. So we got the product tertiary butyl alcohol, the final product CH3C CH3CH3OH. Then byproduct Br negative removed in the first step, and OH minus is added to this carbocation and form the main product. Clear? So the reaction path is different. In SN2, very simple. OH is attacking from backside, Br negative is removing. Clear? In SN2 mechanism, OH minus is attacking from backside, then Br negative will remove from the transition state. But that is possible only for primary alkyl halide. Okay? Or less steric effect alkyl halide. But in the case of tertiary, instead of backside attack, first alkyl halide undergo dissociation from carbocation, and nucleophile will leave from the compound, and that carbocation react with the nucleophile form the final product. Okay, clear? Then, and why it is called SN1 mechanism? In this 2 reaction, step 1 is slowest step. Step 1 is slowest step, also called rate determining step. Chemical kinetics you learned. Which step? Step 1. So step 1 is rate determining step. In rate determining step, only one reactant. So how we can write the rate? The rate of reaction depends upon slowest step. Slowest step is step 1. Rate is directly proportional to reactants in the step 1. Step 1 reactant is only this one. No other reactant. Okay, in step 2 there are two reactants, but it is fast. So write this reaction. CH3CCBr and K. Experiment is found that 1. So order equal to 1. So the reaction is called SN1 mechanism. Clear? Okay. The next is the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN1 reaction as follows. Primary is less reactive towards SN1. That means primary prefer SN2, not SN1. And among primary, secondary, tertiary halide prefer SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism. Because here steric effect is more, so SN2 is not possible. And one more thing, tertiary halides undergo cleavage to form more stable tertiary carbocation. In case of alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide undergo SN1 reaction. Okay, because SN1 reaction very fast because high stability of tertiary carbocation. Okay, the next point is very important. Allylic and benzylic halides show high reactivity towards SN1 reaction. Okay, the reason is given here. The carbocation formed from these halides, the carbocation formed from allylic and benzylic halides gets stabilized through resonance. Let's see the example of allylic halide. Allylic halide, one example is CH2 double bond CH2Cl. Okay, here halogen is attached with the sp3 hybridized carbon next to carbon double bond carbon. Okay, so this halide is allylic halide. With KOH, OH is minus, K plus, Cl minus, and this carbon is del positive, this chlorine is del negative. And undergo nucleophilic substitution. OH minus replace Cl, Cl replace OH. Okay, so the product is CH2 double bond CH, CH2 OH plus Cl minus. Okay, this substitution taking place through SN1 mechanism. Okay, this substitution follow SN1 mechanism. We know in SN1 mechanism, step 1 is formation of carbocation. The given allylic halide undergo dissociation and form a carbocation. CH2 double bond CH2, then bond will break here and this 2 electron will shifted to chlorine and chlorine becomes Cl negative. Okay, so nucleophile Cl negative leave from the halide. Okay, then form a carbocation CH2 double bond CH2 plus. Step 1. Okay, this carbocation is highly stable. Why this carbocation is stable? Due to resonance. Stable due to resonance. Let's see the resonative structure of this carbocation. CH2 double bond CH, CH2 plus. Okay, carbocation. Then resonance. These 2 electrons, the pi electrons, shifted to this position. Okay, then after shifting, after losing this 2 electron, this carbon become plus. Okay, double bond becomes single bond. CH, after shifting 2 electron, it becomes double bond. Okay, then CH2. Here no need of positive charge. Okay, again the electron will shift back. shift back to this position and this carbon again become positive. So due to this resonance, the product carbocation is stable. The product carbocation is stable. So the reaction, the conversion of this allylic halide to carbocation is favorable. Okay, so this allylic halide follow SN1 mechanism. Okay, in the next step, step 2, in SN1 mechanism, step 2 is the carbocation formed, stable carbocation, CH2 double bond, CH2 plus. In step 2, okay, it is stable due to resonance. Okay, and this carbocation will react with the OH minus, K plus, this K plus and Cl minus form KCl, byproduct KCl. Okay, then this OH minus will add it to CH2 plus and form the final product CH2. Okay, CH2 double bond, CH, then plus negative, then CH2 OH. Okay, the final product. Okay, in the case of allylic halide, after dissociation, forming more stable carbocation, so the reaction is favorable. Okay, so allylic halides undergo SN1 mechanism. Okay, like allylic halide, benzylic halide also follow SN1 mechanism. Okay, in nucleophilic substitution, benzylic halide also follow SN1 mechanism. Let's see here. We know first step is in SN1 mechanism, first step is formation of carbocation. Okay, here the bond will break, form Cl negative and the carbocation. Okay, step 1. And this reaction is favorable. Step 1 is favorable because the resultant carbocation is stable due to resonance. Okay, this carbocation is stable due to resonance, just like allylic carbocation. Okay, let's see the resonating structure of carbocation. Okay, so due to this resonance, the intermediate carbocation is stable. Okay, and this carbocation will react with the nucleophile to form final substitution product. Okay students, there is one more important point related to the topic SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Okay, the point is given here. The reactivity of different alkyl halides towards SN1 and SN2 mechanism as follows. Okay, reactivity of Ri, alkyl iodide, is found to be greater than alkyl bromide. Okay, and alkyl bromide reactivity is greater than RCl, and RF is least reactive towards SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Clear? Out of this different alkyl halide, alkyl iodides are more reactive in SN1 as well as in SN2 mechanism. Okay, among this alkyl halide, alkyl fluorides, for example CH3F, methyl fluoride or ethyl fluoride, okay, these fluorides are least reactive towards SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Okay, they are not much reactive in SN1 mechanism as well as in SN2 mechanism. Okay, take it as a homework and please find out the answer. What is the reason behind this order? Clear? I hope you understood today's section. Okay, next video I will teach you remaining chemical properties of alkyl halides. There are two more chemical reactions of alkyl halide: elimination reaction and reaction with the metals. About these two topics I will teach you in the next video. Okay students? Okay, study well, all the best. Thank you.